Hello, guys, and we're back for Game 3 of this Best of 3 series versus RealPlayer and Synergy. Whoever wins this game will move on to Day 2 tomorrow. Welcome back, Sean. You looking forward to this Game 3 or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. Synergy, coming back, using their synergy. but seriously, I think Synergy, they must be really hyped from that last game. They kind of lost control in the first game, but they got some time. They talked strategy. They had good bands, a good draft, and they came back and won game two. So I'm really excited to see who's going to take this game three.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for this game too. It's been probably some of the best series we've watched, all tournaments so far. Some of the closest ones at least. And I hope this next series is gonna be like a lot more back and forth because game one was really convincingly in RP's favor, and game two was convincingly in Synergy's. Yeah, it was closer games than we've seen, but what I mean by convincing was like they controlled the tempo of the whole game, and it kind of was just pushing more and more into their favor the whole way through. But I'm kind of hoping for like a back and forth, pretty crazy game three here, which I feel like might happen. Maybe they both understand now how each other truly play, and there's gonna be a little bit of back and forth, what picks, what bends. I'm actually looking forward to this pick ban phase more than anything.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what RP is going to do to just switch up their lineup a little bit. I think Synergy, they did a really good job last game. They played more to their style. I recommended they play that Sun Wukong and just these really dive heavy comps. They're really known for it, and we saw that in the early game. Last game, they just five-man dove the tower, got first blood, took the tower. That's the kind of synergy I want to see.
Yeah, it's definitely the type of synergy that or the type of sorry play style that works for them, and they need to keep doing it because I think they've realized that, and they're gonna keep trying to do it. And Sun Wukong actually gets instantly banned by RP because they know that that's a huge factor. And Rockman, so those early game tower dives just not able to happen. I can't even speak English right now because I'm so hyped. Man, what's wrong with me? Uh, Una gets banned as well by Synergy. A pretty normal ban coming out from Synergy because she's pretty strong. Grom gets banned by RP, which is strange as they picked it in the first game. But maybe they have some different plans. They actually do plan to pick on the
Ooh.
Aiden. I feel like that was actually a smart little play from RP. They purposely banned the Grom because they know if they pick Grom, our Synergy will get Aiden again. And we saw how much work Chaos did on Aiden, so I think that was a smart play by RP actually picking it up. But Ares, they are going to actually get the Ares that's been banned by RP the last two games, and it's going to go on to Luan's.
Oh, but Poseidon and Esrath, we've seen this combo quite often, Alex.
Yeah, this one, I think it was an EU that they used this a lot. And, like, it can actually be so devastating for a team if
This
they
is
can
gonna be a
land two or
good
three
game.
people.
I have a
Um,
feeling this is gonna be a hype game.
Lotus
Uh,
and Murdoch.
that combo is actually one of my favorite combos. You shoot the spear, you land two or three, and then Esrath just follows it up with a big ulti.
And
Oh,
look,
they
it's
have
the
the Poseidon.
Lunaria! And it's the
Yeah,
Lunaria! They have the actual setup. They have the whole thing now. If they pick it, that's the Wombo combo we've actually talked about previously. And it's a really strong one. To be fair, Lotus does have the ability to counteract it with her ult, so it is a good counter pick. Is that gonna be the Lilith? Oh, I thought that was gonna be the synergy Lilith that we've seen so much in the past, but it actually isn't. They do pick up the Crystal, who has had a lower win rate than a lot of other heroes, but if used correctly, she seems to be pretty good. Ares, Vince, Murdoch, Lotus, Crystal. I'm liking both of these lineups. I can't even I can't even pick one that I like better. Honestly, I like RP's lineup just of how like nicely like it can combo together, but I really like Synergy's lineup just of what they want to do. They want to dive, they want to fight a lot. Murdoch, Ares great at this. Lotus great at this because she can dive while always healing.
Welcome.
Just a good team comp coming out from Synergy, and they all TP'd mid actually instantly. Ramza gets that ward over the wall. RP Zerkan actually sees him ward that, so now he knows. Are they gonna do the same thing they did last game? It looks like they are.
Yeah, they're gonna proxy this wave. Steal the buff at the same time.
Guan Yu instantly TP's top. They're gonna try to trade now.
Synergy actually taking it a lot faster.
Yeah,
I wonder if
fast.
they can kill this and instantly TP top.
No, their TPs are down. They can't.
Oh, right.
But they could get some damage on the second one.
Oh yeah, they're pushing so much faster than RP is.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage, and they're all gonna go mid. So they do have a slight gold advantage because they did take a second creep wave after they took the tower, and RP didn't. They're both looking at each other. Good D-warding here from Invictus. Ooh, good stun by Murdoch. Actually, they don't follow up though.
Kind of interesting starts here. Both games, or was it all 3 games, where they just take the first tower, they group up, take the first tower, and trade. I think it's 2 games that they've actually done this now. Ares, he's just gonna go back to farming the jungle. He has such good clear.
Yeah, Ares just such a good hero in general. Can clear waves, can just kill heroes with his top. Ooh, Guan Yu gonna just do a little poke there. Just all settling him. So just standard right now. Yeah, no one's really doing anything.
They're just trying to farm a little bit, get their ults up before this dragon spawn. But Murdoch actually gonna get caught out. He does get Ezrath ulted, and there's first blood coming for RP. But it looks like TPs are gonna be coming out. Lunaria, she does get chopped as well. Ezrath in a lot of trouble. He gets taunted. He dies as well, and he gets the taunt win.
2 for 1, going in favor of Synergy there. No TPs could really happen from RP because their tower was down. So it is 2 for 1 there.
Dragon just spawned. And RP, it looks like they're gonna start it.
Yeah, it could be theirs to take.
Poseidon just got his ulti up with Dragon at half health. Murdoch, he's gonna drop control a bit in the back line. It looks like
jumps in! It actually does get the steal! Oh, huge ulti! Oh, good counter ulti by Invictus! Oh, the Poseidon over! Oh my god!
There's the wombo combo! They're not done though! Murdoch in a lot of trouble! He is gonna fall as well! That's a 3-for-1 trade! And they secure Dragon!
Wow, what a turn of events there from RP. That Poseidon and Ezrath, oh, just putting Ramza and I think it was Luan's, or was it Luan's, or was Chaos in the backline, just sitting right here, just dying. They're both so low. What a wombo combo.
Yeah, that combo is nasty if you use it properly. There's so much damage. This is gonna be an insane game. Nice little poke there on Guan Yu at the top lane. It looks like Synergy, they are grouping. They're gonna try and push this and get a little bit of damage on it. They do force some TPs out. Synergy's gotta back up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ares just farming.
And he needs
Getting
to
that
farm.
gold.
They're behind just a little bit right now. Nothing too crazy, just a 3K right now, but you know, could jump up further if they do decide to take anything objectives. I mean, this mid tower is a little above half health, but it does look probably juicy for RP. It looks like they're gonna put some pressure in right now though. Synergy. Well, this gank might come in from the side.
Yeah, this Ares is a little fat. Level 7. Just split pushing constantly.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work. That's what he needs to be doing though. He needs to be pushing he needs to be pushing, split pushing, just be that force. Be that force.
Car is spawning. RP is actually grouping around it, but I think they just might be baiting it. They're probably waiting for Synergy to just group up to land that big combo. Let's see what happens here. Murdoch is gonna try and scout there. He is a little bit far up. He's gotta be careful. And Ares does port in the top lane. Really good play there. Oh, but RP does read it. Instantly force 2 PPs to the top lane.
Oh, they're actually gonna go onto Luan's on the side of the lane right here in the river. But Luan's a little too beefy for them to actually do anything, and it just ends up being nothing for nothing. So
yeah, Crystal actually used her ulti there. So I don't know if they can fight. All the ults for actually for both teams are down. So they're probably just gonna back up and continue to farm for now.
Well, Synergy knows that they're in their jungle. They're actually gonna jump onto Crystal and just blow her up. She had no chance of surviving there. She just got
no, she
executed.
didn't have a chance.
They're actually they're chasing this
Poseidon?
Poseidon right now. He does use his. He does use his. Ooh, I'm surprised they backed off. He actually used his ult on the Murdoch. They're gonna jump. Murdoch dropping low. Euphoria in the middle of it all does pop his ult. There's gonna be a huge fight here. Ares is gonna use his taunt on the Poseidon. Lotus with a big ult though onto 2 in the backline. No, oh, he actually gets killed by Chaos. Chaos. Oh, Aiden doing work. Oh, trying to make a play, but not able to. Aiden made that a lot better than it should have been. And it's actually a 3 for 5. They're actually going to try to take this just Luan's and Ramza.
Did you see that Aiden play?
That was insane.
He popped his ult in the middle of the fight. He shot his illusion to the side over the wall. And when he got low, the ulti actually transferred to his illusion. So when he blinked, it kept the ult range. And he was just continually like hitting everybody in the fight. That was absolutely insane. It looks like the card is gonna take it down, but Esrat the big ulti and the Lunaria snipe. Big Poseidon will follow her up. Lotus drops the ult, but she's dead. 4 for 0.
Dead. Just dead. That's what happens when you try to take a Zakar with just 2 of you. Your team tries to come help you and they all die as well. And this could be game-turning, game-changing events here from RP. Yeah, you got Zakar buff right now, Chaos. But you are gonna die as well. He just gets blown up. And that's 5 down for Synergy. Murdoch just gets up. And the rest of them are gonna be spawning. But that's a base turret down for Synergy, and that could have been a little bit of a throw.
Yeah, that's 4 towers. 4 towers coming in the way of RP right there. They kind of just threw that as a car. Through their lead, and it looks like Lotus just get absolutely blown up by the combo once again.
That combo's so strong. Synergy. Both AD carries playing so good in this game. Even in that last fight, that play that Aiden made was phenomenal, but Vince was also doing such a great job of kiting, and they ended up actually dueling each other. Aiden got the better of him by using his Igneos blade and just blowing up Chaos, but it was definitely a really nice team fight there. But right now, Even though Synergy won that team fight pretty convincingly, RP looks like the convincing winners of this game going forward because they have a base turret and Synergy doesn't. 20k gold
Yeah,
lead as well.
RP just using they're just using their team comp so well. Chaining their abilities together, doing so much damage output. And they're so far ahead right now. I'm not sure what Synergy can do to come back in this game. I feel like they just need to give up their tier 2 towers and maybe just take a good fight inside their base.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for them. They got either, or they could go try to catch someone out. Like they can see this one SRAF in bottom lane right now solo. Maybe if they were to all go bottom instead or take a 4v5 fight right now. I'm not sure. They know that there's one top as well, so they know that one of them is alone. They see 3 middle, so they do know they're all split. So this could be a time for them to actually try to take initiative.
Yeah, and Synergy, they don't really have the best wave clear.
No,
So as soon as
they have
RP
Crystal.
pushes up to base, they just gotta initiate, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should just play really far back from the tower and initiate on them when their tanks start hitting the tower because they kind of need the tower to help them output some damage right now. It's not really easy for them to output all the damage that they need in order to win these fights. Very similar builds coming out from Vince and Aiden. Actually, Aiden not going combat boots. Actually goes for the extra movement speed on his boots. Very different, a little bit different, but I kind of like it. Maybe allowing him to position a little more, kite a little more often in fights. Definitely not the standard, but hey, what works for him works.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Synergy can do right now. I feel like they just need to maybe farm, stay at their base a little bit, try not to get too far out of the base, try and farm up some items, and once the gold lead doesn't really matter anymore, I feel like Synergy, they could maybe turn the game around.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little longer though, at least another 5-10 minutes until the gold doesn't really become a huge factor. But for now, definitely is a factor. Aiden has 26k net worth when Vince only has 17k. So he has 10k. That's almost a full item, maybe a full item or two over what Vince can actually do. So his damage output is definitely going to be a lot stronger than Vince's. I mean, he does have the golden cannon, so that's definitely going to be outputting a bunch.
Thing is, though, even if Synergy wins the next fight, RP still has all of their towers up in the middle lane, so even if they win the next fight, yeah, Synergy can only really get maybe the tier 1 and tier 2 tower, and they would have to win another fight to potentially win the game, whereas RP, if they win the next fight, they could push right down mid and end it, so it's a lot of pressure going on Synergy right now. They really need to play this this next fight correctly, or else it could be game losing.
Okay. What can they? I'm trying to think. They might need to take the fight against Zakar, but that might even be a little too risky. Or maybe just try to split push. I don't know, because they really need gold right now just to keep them in close proximity. But like, they're falling behind like rapidly. It wasn't like the first game where it was only a 20k gold lead the whole time. It's starting to get out of hand. It's almost at a 40k gold lead right now, so it's kind of just insane.
Yeah, they're gonna have to just give this up. I don't really see the need to contest the car. Yeah, it sucks, but the car, I feel like it doesn't give you that much of an advantage. We've seen lots of fights where even though the other team has a car, they would still get wiped. So I think it's just going to come down to can Synergy take a good fight and avoid losing the game?
One's clearing that mid wave. They are going to go onto this top lane right now. And they are doing a lot of damage. They are going to jump in. Euphoria just gets blown up. And so does Ashraf. Actually gets destroyed as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now. Vince outputting a lot of damage right now on his back lane. Lotus with a good ult. They're going to try to blow up Guan Yu. Not able to. 3 versus 4 right now in this last fight, and he actually rips them both apart with that illusion. Guan Yu gonna drive onto the crystal. This might be game losing. Ramza, last one alive. And they're gonna actually be taking all these turrets. Ooh, oh, and she dies to Lunaria, and that is game 3 going in favor of RP. RealPlayers takes that game 3.
Yeah, just really well played from RealPlayers. They were dominating that entire game. I don't think Synergy, maybe they could have came back if the gold lead wasn't that much of a factor, but taking a base tower at 10-15 minutes, that's kind of crucial, and it's really hard to come back from that point because you can't really push out of your base and you're completely stuck in your base for the majority of the game. It's really hard to just come back from that in general.
Yeah, RP definitely played this third game a lot better than the second game. And just that combo you're talking about is just it's so nice to see when it all comes together. I like it. I really like the combo, but it is, I don't know. My heart is a little broken for Synergy as I've played with them and against them, so I do feel their pain. And maybe they shouldn't have gone out day one, but sometimes the matchup doesn't work up for you. Work out for you. So, hopefully, they stick together and they push forward because they are a bunch of good players. They just gotta work on those little things. Maybe Murdoch wasn't the best pick. Who knows? A lot of different things, but hey, RealPlayers does win this game 3 in a decently convincing fashion. I wouldn't say convincing, just because they were actually behind for a little bit there. Synergy kind of threw the game at that one moment. They lost the Zakar fight, and it was just
it was from that point. Synergy thought Synergy won a big fight, but because the death timers were so low, they started Zakar, and by the time Zakar was dead, I think 3/4 of their health was gone on 3 of their players, and it just allowed RP to just re-engage onto the next fight. And even though they got Zakar, they were also low. They won that fight. They took like 3 towers, and RP just got the biggest gold swing that Synergy just really couldn't come back from at that point.
Yeah, it was a little rough, that's for sure. But that is the game 3. RP are the winners, 2-1 over Synergy. We will be back, guys, in the next 15 to 20 minutes for the last game or the last series of the day. So stick around, guys. We'll be back momentarily.